Hello everybody, it's MrScaryMuffin here, and it is a little bit past Halloween. I think the Halloween event itself is also over by the time this video is going to come up, but I wanted to talk about the TF2 Halloween update because it was actually pretty fun. The map this year was Hell Tower. There's a Skeleton King boss that wasn't really much at all. The interesting thing that they added this year was spells in the map, where you can pick up these little books and you can cast spells at other people. And there was a lot of Halloween costumes available this year as well. But yeah, overall it was pretty cool. Oh, there's a spell book right over there. But yeah. I enjoyed it quite a lot actually, and there was a lot of achievement and stuff, but for the most part I didn't really care too much about it. An interesting thing about Hell Tower, they did a couple of changes to the map. One was they removed the ramp. So there's a ramp that goes up by your opponent's spawn, and usually there are gravity affecting it, so that if you don't make the push, it's gonna roll back down to the bottom hill, and that section usually takes forever to go. But they removed it for this one, just so that the map can end a lot quicker. And there's a section after the map ends a little bit too. I totally messed up that rocket jump. I was hitting my own pumpkins there, but whatevs. So one thing they removed was the ramps, but the spell books actually add an interesting element to the thing as well, because the heavy is nerfed a little bit with the spells. The heavies have to finish. They have to stop spinning their minigun in order to use a spell, which means they can't be spun up and use a spell at the same time. It makes sense for the animation of the model, but it makes it so that heavies aren't used that much, and instead a lot of people use scouts. And one of the reasons why they use the scouts is because of the witching hour. It makes it a lot easier for scouts to get these tier 2 spells, which are much crazier, powerful spells. So yeah, you can get one from the Witching Hour Tower, and you can actually go through that like 2-3 times, and it'll be like pretty crazy. So you see a lot of scouts, you see a lot of pyros still as well. I didn't see that many demos. Saw definitely lots of soldiers. Saw every now and then some people going engineer in response to the scouts, but for the most part, the soldiers took care of the engineers kind of stuff. Every now and then you see a little bit of medic. I played a medic a few times, not in this video, but I did play medic a couple of times. It was actually pretty funny because people would jump you thinking that they'll catch you off guard, and they're like, haha, I can get the medic, but you have the spells and you can keep them off you with the spells. It's actually it's pretty hilarious in that regard. I played Spy a few times, but with so many pyros and scouts, it was really hard to play Spy, especially since there wasn't that many slow targets. Like, there was not that many demos, there wasn't that many heavies, and all the soldiers were rocket jumping everywhere. You might see a couple of snipers, but they tend to stick around spawn, so it's a little bit harder to try to get after them. So yeah, so you see like an abundance of certain classes during this. Overall, the Halloween, I think, was kind of fun. People were complaining a little bit about the lack of a Dota 2 Halloween event, which was kind of funny because you know, they were hoping that there'll be Dire Tide, and you know, considering how much fun we had with this every year for TF2, I can totally see why they're jealous. But then again, you know, people are a little bit how do you say, first world problem, a little bit selfish, a little bit greedy in wanting and thinking that they deserve something from a free-to-play game like Dota 2. So I don't really know. I actually thought Dire Tide was happening this year because I looked it up a little bit. I'm like, hey, what's going on? But apparently nothing happened this year. You can see the skeletons on the screen actually are not moving, they're not animated. That's because when this update came out initially, it kept crashing people's computer, and they discovered that the problem was with the animation. Later on, so what they did was they took away the skeleton animation and nobody was crashing anymore. And then later on, when they fixed the issue, they brought back the animation. So right now, all the skeletons are running around as if they were just like in that taunt freeze thing. But yeah, it's interesting how people like feel that they deserve an update kind of stuff. Like every time we get an update for something like Minecraft or something like TF2, I'm like, this is great. I'm getting so much value for. I mean, Minecraft is not a free-to-play game, but TF2 is, and like you get so much value for a free-to-play game. It's amazing, and it's so hard for any other company to compete with something like this. Because, like, I mean, there's a game that I really want to play that I wish was free to play. There's a game called Whack Fu that I really wish was actually free to play. They say it's free to play, but it's actually like a demo thing. You demo the game for a little bit, and then that's it. And I really wish it was free to play the way that TF2 was. You get so much stuff. It's amazing. But yeah, you don't get that. And like the thing is that, you know, it's more about feeling like not thankful, I suppose, but appreciating what you got as opposed to going, hey man, I want more kind of thing. I don't know. Just a little bit of my thoughts about it. But it's about to get interesting here in the match. I'm just watching the footage over again right now. What happens is that the winner of the map is not the people who get the cart to the end. That only moves us to the second stage. You get like a bit of a bonus. I think the bonus you get for winning this portion of the map is that you don't stay taunted as long. So you don't have to do this mandatory dance for as long as the other guys have to. And you have a better chance for good spells, I think. So that gives you an opportunity to go against people. I got batted there. That's just pretty OP. I also like the fireball spell too. Aside from the tier 2 spells. When you die here, these kills and death don't count towards your score. You become a ghost and you can run around and spectate, and then the winner is actually the first team to touch this book. But you have to stand here in this skull area and cap it, kind of like a capture point. And while you're standing here, the gates will go down, and then you can cap it, kind of stuff. And then when you touch the book, then you win. Yay! Anyways, guys, that's it for the Halloween update video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye now.
I love the half-second Uber charge spell. It's my favorite.